Hi. In this session, we'll learn how do we create a map chart in Tableau using Tableau. Maps are used to showcase geographical data. Like if you have to create this, we need to have at least one geographic fields. Geographic fields means it can be a country, it can be a state, city, postal code, okay, airport code. So these are the informations what we can take it based on which we can create a geographic chart maps. So main purpose of going for this particular geographic chart or map chart is you want to present the information in the form of a map. So with the help of which we can easily come to know if a sales in a particular what is say country you're looking, which region have done more sales, which region has lower sales, which region has more profit and low profit. You want to analyze this using a geographic locations. So that is where exactly we'll be using this maps. Okay, let us practically look into how do we work with this. Okay, so let us get into. So let me just do it from the very scratch. See now, if I have to create this particular map, okay, so what is the requirement is we need to have minimum one geographical fields. So we can have a dimension and measures optional. Okay. So I'll just take, see, when one thing is like all the geographical field. So we can see that it will be shown with this particular, what you say, icons, that is globe symbols. So they are the geographic fields. That is the state is a geographic field, city is a geographic field, country is a geographic fields. These are your geographic fields. Okay. So we can take any of the geographic fields. So I'll take a state wise. Okay. I'll just double click on this because only one, what I say, geographic field is good enough for creating the chart. So you can see a chart is being created. Okay, is being done. Now you can see we have, so what it has done is, according to my data, so we have the data of only United States. And United States has many states data. So it has taken all the states where in the United States where the sales has been done. So it is showing the bubbles over there, telling, okay, this are the places where the sales are being done. If a particular state name is not there in my data source, that will not be displayed there. Okay, so these are the distinct values, what it has been taken. That means in California, many times the sales has been there. Many times the California is repeated, but it is showing only one time. So, okay, that is California is one state where the sales have done. So all these are the states where the sales has been done. Now, what I want is, I want to show the information like, say, California has done a more sales, or which state has done more sales, which state has done low sales. I want to look into those particular things. So what is that we do here is, I'll just go to this particular sales. Okay, add to the, what do you say, size. So and when you add this to the size, you can see automatically this particular bubbles gets resized based on the sales value. So we see that California has done the high sales, bigger bubble. New York has done the high sales, bigger bubbles, and all the rest all is small. Okay, so these bubbles are very small, is it? Relatively, I can increase this. Just go to the sizing, size here in the card, and we can resize it. I think this should be fine, good enough. So we see that, okay, states where the sales has been done. Do you want to display the state names? We can take the state name, add to the label, cool. So we see that California has done the very good sales. New York has done the very good sales after that. Then we have a Texas, then we have a Washington, and then we have a Florida, where we have done a very good sales. But you can see North Dakota, South Dakota, they are like, very low sales kind of things. So we are able to get all this information. Okay, so we see that the western part we have a California and the new what is say Washington. They both have done a very good sales compared to the rest of the other parts of the western region. So in the south we can see Texas and Florida, they have done a good sales. In the east we see New York has done a very good sales. In the center we have a Texas. Okay, and so on. So we have this. Now I also want to show the profit information. I can take a profit, add to the color. So we see that, oh, it has been added into this particular kind of a color scaling here, which just says like, dark green, they are a good profit. So that means New York has done relatively lower sales compared to California, but, a good sales. But still, the intensity of the color is the same. Okay, so you can see the dark green shows the high profit. This is sum of profit. The dark green is the high profit, and the red colors are like, the negative profit. Light green is a lower profit. So we see that California and New York, not only they have done a very good sales, but they have done a very good profit. So New York has given me a profit of 74,000, whereas California again has given me 76,000 ka profit, almost the same profit. But when you see Washington, we have a profit of 33,000 for a sales of 1,38,000. But the concern is this particular. So you can see in the Texas, we have a good sales, 1,70,000. But when it comes to a profit is negative, minus 25,000. And we can see many states, we have a negative profit. So we see that most of the states are from the south and the eastern parts. So we have more of negatives. Okay, western, we don't have much of negative. So that means like, very few negatives, but here we see a lot of negative values are there. Okay, fine. This is the information what we are able to extract it. So you want to display the profit or sales thing, you can take this, add to the label sales. It shows me what is the sales value. Okay, too much of text is also not good, so we can just remove that things. Fine. Yeah, see, generally, like, if I add the sales and all these things, it becomes, too much of text here. Okay, so now for this, we do also have another type of chart here called as field map. This is a symbol map. So with the help of the symbol map, so we can analyze two measurable information. One is like, we can see that each state wise how the sales have happened. At the same time, we are also able to analyze the profit. Okay, we see that, California has not only done a very good sales, a very good profit. New York also has done an extremely very good profit. But we see the Texas have done a very good sales, but the very one of the worst profit. So I can say it's a negative, and we are able to analyze two measurable informations. Okay. Apart from this, we do also have what we call it as field map. For that, I'll just take the same thing, sales, and I'll just take the state. I'll go to the show me and I'll go to the field map here. So you can see the second map. This was symbol map. This is a field map. In the case of field map, what happens? It just fills. Since I have selected the sales and the state, so each state is been filled with the based on the sales value. So if the higher is the sales, okay, is the high intensity color. We can see the legend here, and the lower sales is the low intensity color. So this is a very simple. It really gives a very good look. Okay, but with the help of this, we cannot get the second measurable value. You cannot compare. You can compare only as a sales, or you can get the profit. But sales and profit together, you cannot do a comparisons. Okay, because you don't have a symbols here. So if I put a profit to the color, you can see it shows based on the profit. Okay, so these are like a negative profits. These are like, high dark blue is the high, very high profit. These are positive profits, but low profits. So this kind of orange colors are like, negative profits. So we are able to get this info. Now with this, you want to display the what is the profit. I can just take it to the labels here. I can come to know what is the profit. Okay, or I want to display this profits in the number of thousands. Okay, so what I can do is I can just take this particular sum of profit. I'll format this, and I can say number format. I'll just say number custom. I don't want a decimal, but I want this display unit as in the number of thousands. Okay, so we can see minus 26,000. 76,000 is a profit, 74,000 for the New York. For California, it is 76,000. But Texas, we can see it's minus 26,000 is a profit. Minus 3,000 in Florida. So minus 7,000, minus 3,000. So we have the profit, something like this. Okay, so this is a very simple. Okay, but when you do want two measures, so I can say this is a very good one because this gives you a decent look. Okay, so even when you are presenting the state names here, you can come to know like, which state, how much of profit they have. This is okay, good compared to what I say, the previous map. But this one, what I can do is if I have to get two measurable, I want to compare sales as well as the profit. Yeah, you don't have another go. So you have to go with the symbol map. Okay, and apart from this, when you're creating the map, so we do also have this information like, want to change the background and things, we can just go to the map. So we have a map like normal map, or you want to have a map with what is it, dark background, or you want to have a map with the background effects like streets information, or I want to have a map with what to say, outdoors, the satellite view. Okay, so we can just go with the different this one. Okay, outdoor views. Yes, we can just change it the way you want it. Okay, this is a kind of a plus points you get it in the this one. So here we have understood about the map chart. So map chart is nothing but a chart which is representing the information in the form of a maps, that is the geographic locations. Okay. And mainly here is we can see with the help of the map, we are able to analyze where how much of sales has been done or how much of profit has been done. So you want to compare with the multiple measures, you have a symbol map. So you want to just show with a single measure, yeah, field map is more ideal because it's more neat and clean and so on. Okay, fine. And this is very extensively used with a dashboard again for displaying geographically locations, like how the sales have happened and so on. Okay, this is about the map. Thank you.